My narcissistic parents told my golden child brother to propose at my wedding because my fiancé loves me and his girlfriend is going to leave him. My brother has always been the favorite because he was planned. My parents only wanted one kid, but they had an accidental pregnancy and had me. They don't believe in abortion, so my mom carried me full term. That didn't stop her from resenting me for being born. My brother makes fun of me by calling me a mistake. That was my nickname growing up and my parents never stopped him from calling me that. In fact, when I went to them crying about it, they just said that he was right because they never wanted another kid. So, after high school I moved out, went to college purely on scholarships and grants, and now I'm living a really good life. The best part? I'm engaged to my beautiful fiancé and I can't wait to marry her in April. She wanted a spring wedding and what my bride-to-be wants, my bride-to-be gets. Well, the problem started last Saturday when my parents called me over to their house to talk about something. They were very cryptic about it and refused to tell me what it was over the phone. When I got there, my older brother was there too, so I knew this wasn't going to be good. My parents sat me down and told me that my brother wants to use my wedding as the perfect day for him to propose to his girlfriend. I laughed in their faces because I couldn't believe they were asking me something so stupid, but they were dead serious. I was instantly mad and told them absolutely not. But they ganged up on me. I was so enraged and through all the abuse and neglect I experienced for 18 years in their faces. I told them that I was miserable living with them and sometimes I wish I hadn't even been born because they clearly never wanted me. My brother laughed and mumbled, "Yeah, who would?" And that pushed me over the edge. I said that if they want to do this, then not only will they all be uninvited, but I'll also cut off the financial support I've been giving monthly since they paid to have my golden child brother go through college by taking out a second mortgage. Because even after all this abuse, I was still helping them out financially while they gave my loser brother everything he wanted, even if it meant they were going to go broke. Without me, they wouldn't have even been able to retire because my brother spent half of their retirement money on boats, an apartment that he completely trashed that ended in him getting kicked out and my parents had to pay for all the damages he caused, and even had a failed business at some point that caused a pretty penny. I, on the other hand, landed a decently high-paying job and have been sending $1,000 to my parents monthly to help ease their mortgage. I didn't ask for a stake in the ownership of their house either because I really don't want it. It was entirely goodwill, but I can cut it off any time I want and right then and there, I really wanted to. However, it was only a threat at the time. I left soon after, really angrily might I add, but my brother came to my home the next day to yell at me that I ruined his big chance. For once in my life, my parents were siding with me and they said they'll evict him if he tries to propose at my wedding. He accused me of financially blackmailing our parents, and said that he just wanted a good chance to propose because he was afraid his girlfriend might leave him soon. I told him that was his problem, not mine, because my wedding day is not about him, and if he tries to propose at my wedding, I will have him thrown out. That's not a maybe, but a definite. Besides, I doubt his girlfriend would appreciate her proposal followed up with being tossed out by a bouncer. He yelled that this was why his parents never loved me and why they also called me a mistake behind my back. I was pretty hurt by that, but it wasn't things I didn't already know. In the end, he went crying to our grandmother, so she called me to try to convince me to let him propose. Turns out, my brother completely changed the story to make me out to be this huge villain who called him every name in the book. Even after I told her the real story, she still sided with him. That just goes to show how deep his golden child syndrome goes.